Okay, my screen is displaying all to you. Uh, mm, PPT,
Yes,
PowerPoint slides.
yes, sir.
Okay, good. So we have up to till 3 lessons, and today our 4 lesson graphics in R. So how you present your data in R through our softwares and make a good and attractive graphics. Graphics is very important. So I will try my best to explain graphics through R. So I will summarize our 3 day lessons. So what we have learned up to that. Importance of we have first started with the importance of R software, how R is very important as compared to other software, and a very um, powerful tools to express your data and do your statistical analysis. Then we will discuss the structure of R softwares, four windows of R's and how they operates. Then we discuss package and function. All function need packages. Without packages, you cannot run any function. So first of all, you have to install that packages, and then we discuss types of packages. Packages are two types. One is built-in packages and other are third-party packages. So in third-party packages, you always have to install. After installation, you have to activate all that packages. Then you can perform any functions in R. Then I share with you commands. With that, you can activate all your package in one go. So that was our lesson 1. In lesson 2, we learned that how we can make working directory and how working directory is the actual connections between our softwares and the computers where our data is present in which folders. And then we learned that how we can import and export our data files from ours. Then we learned that how we can export our graphics in PDF, PNG, and how we combine different graphics. And we will also see that how we can export graphics in our today lessons. Then multiple graphics on one page, as journals require have limited space, so you have to present multiple graphic in one PDF files. Then saving and retrieving of your function. So retrieving session, you have long session and you can save your session and then you can retrieve it. So you have multiple. Today we will practice these things also. We will make a 2 and 3 sheet R graphics, and then we will run in third sheets of ours. So in third lesson we discussed that the data structure is important. If you divide your data into factors and your parameters, and your treatment variable should be factors, and all other measured parameters should be in numbers. So if this will be in proper structure of your data, then R will be uh, run will smoothly and make graphic and do statistical analysis. If we cannot define the structure of our data in R, then R will be not be able to run and do anything for you. Then we learned that how we can some basic command, head, tail, summary, columns, names. Then we will see that by subsetting by category and values, you can select any levels of your treatments, and you can also give commands to R. So you can start from this value and stop at this value. Do not show higher values from literature and lower value from literature. So by subsetting, you do not need any manual editing and manual things to delete or edit in your data. So you can do all these things in R softwares. Then column selections, you can select column of your desire. If you have very long data and you want to do statistical analysis or graphics with some parameters, so you can select these columns, and you can also delete columns and change the name of columns. As in raw data, the names are something like underscore and like that. So you can change it or in small letters, so you can write in capital letters. And then we see that how we can rearrange our level of treatments. And you want to go present in graphs some specific levels of your treatment, so you can arrange it in our software. Then we learned that how we can, if we have two data sets, we can combine their columns and row. So these are our 3 previous lessons. uh, so we will move on to our 4th lesson. So graphics in ours, graphic presentation, we will see that how we can X and Y axis adjustment of our graphics. So we how X axis title, X axis title size. I will show you graph after this slide, so you can see that, and how we can legend adjustment. What should be legend size, legend title, and all other thing. Then the facet function. Facet function is so. Yeah, you have three factors data and you want to present it. So you can do two factors. You have to present one value in y-axis and second value through fill and third value by facet function. We will see it further. And then a color adjustment in the graph. You want color of your desire, so you can give commands to R. So you these colors I needed. So I show these colors should be show on my graphic. So through R commands we can change the color of our graphic. Then is the complete bar graph. We will make today complete bar graph and combination of two graphic in one PDF file, and we will see you that. So this is our today lessons, and these are all graphic adjustment and graphics things in R. So this is the graphic components. So you all have all command for all these components. So legends and legend title, what should be legend title size, what should be key label of your legends. So key labels of your legends. So and what should be key size of these colors and red. Blue and greens are showing what size you want, so you can give commands to our software what legends text size, key labels, and key size what should be you want. So you have to give this thing command to R, so R will adjust it. Then your x-axis titles and x-axis text size, you are seeing the 15, 20, 25, 30. So you can, and tick size, you can also, yes, some all ticks, you are seeing that the what tick size you want on your graphic. So, and like that y-axis title, y-axis text size, and a background of theme, background of graph, what color of background you want in your graphic. So some journals have specific requirements, so your graph should be of this length and your background should be this color. So in you can do all these things, and we will do today lessons that how we can adjust all these things. So this is graphic component. So you must first understand that what graphic y-axis, x-axis, legends, background of the graphics, and then very important is y-axis limits. So you have to define, you have to combine 2 and 3 graphics. So then you are comparing some things. So your y-axis limit must be same. So you can compare the some treatment effects if you are combining different graphics. So y-axis limits, how we can adjust that our y-axis limit should be from this to this range, and what should be the break between 2, 3, and 4. This is one break. So how which you can adjust the break between the y-axis numbers. So this is all that things. So we will learn all these things. So this is the main graphic. So I will, this is a y-axis, x-axis, legends, background, themes, y-axis limit. So these all things should we have to adjust. We should have to make our graph more beautiful and presentable. So we will see that in our how can we do that. So so you all understand that the component of graphs. Anybody can explain what graphic graphs have components? Hello? Can anybody discuss the component of graphs?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, the first components are the x-axis and the y-axis. Those are the two axes that we have.
Okay.
And for the y-axis, they have limits depending on the data that we have for the graphs or the numbers that we have. We plot the graphs, and we have the legends
Okay.
contain the title of the title of the legends and the key labels.
Okay. Good.
And the background the background theme. The background theme color can be changed according to the color that we want.
Okay, good.
And for
So
the
can you tell me that in graphic how many factors this graph has showing us? Uh,
now
eh,
three
oh,
factors.
how can you
No,
explain three
this
factors?
no, this is one factor.
Again, think this is one factors, two factor data, or three factors data. Can
Sir,
any
I
other
can't
part?
see the screen.
Oh, screen is showing to all of other. Well, please restart your
I
system. So screen is
yes,
displaying
I think
all of.
it's network. Yes, we can see.
Okay, good. So can any other body can tell me how many factor this graph is showing? One factors, two factor, and three factors data. How many factor in this graph? So
3 factors.
can you explain as it's a three factor graph?
Because ligand is showing 3 keys.
No, this is the levels. This is not a three factors. So cylinder has three levels, 8, 6, and 4. This is not, yeah, this is the level of cylinders. We discussed that some factors have levels. So cylinders have level 864. The cylinder is one factors here. And others, how many factors in that graph? So you must understand that things. So we will today going to present our three factor data. So can anybody tell me, Dr. Nasrullah, can you tell me that how many factors in this graph?
I
Can
think
anybody?
this is one factor like with three levels.
One factor, not correct answer. So you can see that how many factor this have. This is not a one factors data. We need legends always when I have two factors data. When legends are there, those cylinders and then MPG. MPG has 15, 20, 25, and 30. These MPG and cylinders, so these are two factors data. One factor is present in x-axis and other is present in your fill as is showing in legends. So understand this thing that one factor is on x-axis MPG and second is showing as a fill in cylinder. So cylinders has showing you different level legends are appearing. So this is two factors data. When you have legends and then x-axis components, so you have two factors data. So this is two factors data. MPG has a MPG 15, 20, 25, and 30. This has its four levels and also have cylinder factor. This has three level, 8, 6, and 4. So this is two factors data. So anybody confusion with it? So when you have two factors data, one will be on x-axis and other will be in legends. So legends will be show that this is the. So this is two factors data. Anybody confusion can discuss with me. So you must understand the graphics. So how your graphic are present. So when two factors data, one factor, if you have one factor data, then letters would not be present. So can anybody tell me how many factor uh, this data has? Anybody can tell me how many factor this data has?
4.
Can you explain it? These are the four.
There is variety. There is some year.
Oh, okay. Well, legends are also showing x-axis are also showing that it's a seed as soil treatment. So these are two factors.
There are two factors
Can you explain it's two-factor data?
because here in excess is seed and soil treatment and then legends showing.
And one thing is also present in data. If you see closely this data, one thing more is present in this data. And what it's I say you one when factor is present, its level will be present. So when you see the some two levels, as you see in the seed and soil treatment, this is one factor and it's showing the control, hydropriming, compost, and potassium nitrate. These are its level. Then you are seeing in legends varieties. Varieties have four levels. BR
Yeah.
2017, S. So these have levels. And one thing is also present in this graph, which has also levels. So you have to find that which is the third factor in this graph. So you understand these basic, and then you can draw graphs. So you must have that things. Which is the third thing in this graph which has levels?
Soil treatment has levels.
Treatment is we are said seed, and this treatment is also one is treatment factors and other is the variety
Variety have
factors.
levels. Variety has
The third
levels.
factor, I think, is the years.
Yeah, yes, that way it has reached that you can see the year is the factor. Year has two levels, 2018 and 2019. So this is the third factors. So
Sir,
these
if the sir, I have a
yes,
question.
yes, yes, yes.
If the years is the level, then they must be shown in one graph. The picture shows these are two graphs. The factors, the graph of the factor levels must be in one graph. See, there is A and B. Means it's
No,
this shows two different graphs.
no, we
If
have
if
combined.
if the
We
no,
the you can
if no, if the year is the factor, then it must be involved in the graph. I think so, if I'm not wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
no. You can see that we have only one y-axis. We have combined it. So that's a display of these things. So you can see that we have only one axis. Y-axis thing is
The
one,
other
but
thing, no, the other thing, sometimes we make collage of graphs like year data graphs. Suppose I have to make graph of 4 years of different temperature treatment and everything. At that time, I also use one axis. I don't use the other axis. For example, if I use for 2018 and 19, there will be one axis. I won't use it for the 2019 as well. I meant to say this graph might
Doc,
be one, but it shows two different graphs. It's
yeah,
maybe.
Dr. Saab,
no.
sorry to disturb you both. I have missed the whole
Yes.
session. I just because there is net perturbations, and
Okay.
I have missed the 10 minutes. But I'm listening to you both of you in the last 3 minutes.
Okay.
In that case, I might agree with her. Even though the whole two graphs are combined into one, but if you see year, to me it seems that is not year doesn't have two levels, because she's right in that sense that if you see the soil has four level within the one graph, also the same four level
Yes,
within the second graph. And if you can see
we will
the
take it.
variety, yeah, variety also has four level in the first graph, in the second, and year is totally separated.
May I weigh in something? If year is the factor here, there must be the graph of see the first graph. There will be one control. There must be another control which shows the year within a graph. This is a graph collage. in this graph, this year is, I think so, not affected. Actually, I am dealing with what can I say, those designs nowadays. Maybe I am not
Okay.
wrong, but हमें ये लग रहा है.
Okay, okay. But the good way to present three factors data when you have three factors, I say that's maybe statistically some things. So when you have three factors data, so that's a good way to present your results. So you are saying that we are saying that A and B, these are the same thing, but we have presented it in this way. So we are not separating that. So
No,
this is
no,
onto.
no, 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 no. These are not same thing. These are two different graphs. You made a collage of graphs. If these are the same thing, they must be included in one graph. Suppose there is a control for results are there must be mentioned, or below one control is one of 2018. With adjacent to there, there must be shown 2019, and that is control. We are comparing within a graph. This is something, a picture to show a general comparison, but statistically
Okay,
it's not a three.
okay. We are
Okay,
agree with you.
let's agree to disagree and move forward.
Okay.
Okay. We are agree with them.
Me,
It's
actually,
no
sir,
problem.
I'm no,
It's
no.
a way of
Actually, my
presentation. Yeah.
no, sir.
Yeah, that's
My experiment is five-way experiment. Not that's why I'm worried about these things.
yeah. We can discuss it. It's no, it's a way of presentations when you have like these things. So I am saying that you can present in our we have, and we have presented in our different papers. I will show you. That's when we have 2 years data. We have present in this way, and this is accepted in highly impact factors journal. So you can see that we have analysis 2018 separately and we 2019. That is statistical point of view. That's I agree with you. That's we when do statistical analysis we do separately in 2018 and 2019, and then we have mentioned lettering accordingly in it. That's say it's okay when you have three factors. I say the three you have years, you have treatments, and then you have variety. How will you present your data? So that's a my point of
There,
view.
Dr. Saab, there might be also in another way. If the two graphs are, if you want to put both year as a two different factors, we can do another thing. We can combine these two graphs, and you can see to every graph, the one should be, it should be blank without any cross line, and the 2019 graph can be, with some strict lines. You have in many paper you have seen that these two graphs can be superimposed on each other. So if you put them just in one superimposed position, so you can see the first four, the red one, the light blue, and these. So for the 2018, it will be exactly like this, just like in 2018 picture shown here. The other 2018 can be superimposed, and it will have some, within inside each bar there will be some straight lines. So if we both superimpose on it into a single file, then there could be 2018 and 2019 can be a separate two factors.
Okay. But my I am here, sir. It's your discussion is so good. But my point is that when you have two factors data, so this will be like this. When you have three factors data, so you have three things, years. We not say factors this time. We say three things: years, treatments, and then variety. So you can present your data in this way. So that's I have reference for it. So I will show it you. So you can present make graphic like that. So this time
Okay, okay,
we are
let's move
yeah,
forward.
yeah. So we are learning in graph in ours how we can make graphics. Then you can do and any way what you want, what your discipline is saying. Yeah, what you say that say same things are correct. So you can do that. But you how you can present your data in a most a good way in our software. So we are discussing this our softwares. We will debate on statistical and other things. That's all good. Okay, so that's my point of view. So anyone have confusion with that component of graphs? So all so I said earlier that with us our MS student are also, so they must know what are the component graph has. So they must understand what mean legends, title, legends, labels and key, and same
Dr.
like
Saab,
this.
Dr. Saab, I have missed this session. So just tell me about tick mark and label. So what does it mean, tick mark and label?
Yeah, stick marks is just you are saying these are little these line
Okay.
above 30. That's these are the tick marks. And this is the labels and yeah, 30, 25. These are the x-axis text. So you have to give command to our software for all these, for legends, for x-axis, for y-axis, for y-axis limits, and background themes. So you have to give R all these commands. Then R will
Okay.
understand.
Okay.
This is I said that this is two factors data where you have cylinders and MPG. So you present a second factor as a field function. So you are different colors comparison. So you are showing here that's the green, blue, and reds. So this one factor will always be present in x-axis. Other factor will be present in cylinders, and we in other graph and fset function we use that so we can make give our commands to show us our data 2018 and 2019 this time wise. So we can give us if we want that we should present variety wise. So we can give our say the show us all varieties in 2018 will be in fill and varieties will be on a fixed function. So we can present it. So we can do with this. So every variety. So if we want make graph with variety wise, so we can make 4 graph with single command with varieties. So all people understand that what my
Yeah, yeah,
if
clear,
I
Dr. Saab now. Clear, Dr.
if
Saab.
I do not want to make wise year wise, so we are not agree with year wise, so we can make also variety wise. So 4 varieties will be display. So we will do every analysis of GM variety wise. So variety one we will have a separate graph for BR varieties. So in ours we can give our two commands and R will make our all graphic variety wise. If we want that we want control treatment wise, so these 4 graph will be made so treatment wise. So can explain to facet function, can anybody explain me what is usefulness of this function? Can
So,
anybody?
Dr. Saab, maybe the facet is just like, when we have x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. Can we say that the facet is just like a z-axis?
Yeah. We can say that we can adjust z-axis. So we can adjust our third factors. So we can make our graphics.
Oh,
So by making every graph as in Excel and other softwares. So in R we can give our commands and R will do that. So we do not do any manual things in our softwares. So we can
okay.
make our graphics. So say Adil and you have clear how we can make two-factor graph.
The two-way were in X and Y
Yeah,
and three.
x and fill function x and fill will be shown in legends, and we
Yes,
have
sir.
third factor then facet function will be
Yes,
used and facet will use and it will display as our third factors. So we can
sir.
display our data in 3 ways.
Yes, sir.
Moidali, can you please explain so we will move to forwards. So these things are very understanding. So we one factor data, two factor, and 3 factor data. How we can
Uh,
explain it and in
okay,
graph.
first, one factor data will not find legends in it. Two
Okay.
factors data will find legend in it. Uh,
Yeah.
and the three factors data will be with one
But
y-axis and one
uh,
x-axis, and the z-axis will be the third
yes. Yeah.
factor.
Third factor. And facet, you can see that what facet in we things need when facet text, what should be size of that is 2018. And then we have facet labels, and then is the background of strip. Basically, this strip you are showing 2018. This is we say that this is the facet, so this should be background text and labels we all should have to adjust in our softwares. So up to that, we are clear that we have what's the graph as basic component, x-axis, y-axis, and the legends and the backgrounds things, and then facet things. So we have to adjust all these command in our software so our R software can make a good graphic with us. So okay.
In
Yeah,
label, one preset label.
yeah, yeah. Facet labels in 2018. Facet text size. What would be text size and facet labels? And this is 2018.
No, no. In text, we will increase or decrease the size or text style.
Yeah, yeah, text style. We can also make text style or decrease our size. We can give it 12 font. Actually, what 10 font,
And in
12
preset
font.
label, what function it will do? Preset label.
Yeah, facet labels will show that this is bold or this font family. So you can say time, rumors, and different things. You can do that with the labels also.
Oh,
You can what type of font you want. Okay. So next, I will quickly move with the nodes. So we have many graphs here. We may be not able to present in our lessons. So I discuss graph so you can be graphics. We will make bar graph that we will make today this graph in our lesson. So you will learn that so how we can make this graph bar graph in through our software. We will adjust all these things in R. So I quickly type the nodes so you can benefit from these nodes. So you okay, you can see that's in the what are the commands for. So my notes are displaying on all of you.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Yes,
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 sir.
it's clear.
Oh, okay, thank you. So you have to read notes and give us suggestions, so we will improve that. So first of all, in graphic, we need mean and standard deviations. So through ours, you can see that uh, in other softwares, mean calculation and standard deviation calculation takes much time. But in R, you will see that through one line commands, we will calculates our mean and standard deviation of single parameters and all parameters. In one line command, we will calculate these things. How we can calculate mean and standard deviations, though these are the basic, we have to import our data, then we structures, and then third step for graphic will be the mean and standard deviation calculation. So these should be, we can proceed with our graphics. So that's a simple functions, plot function. I want to plot. I do not know what types of plot should I make from my data. So this is the plant functions, and so we have mean underscore cotton data, plant height, and nitrogen rates. I want to calculate, make graph between these two. So R can give us suggestion to me what type of graph you should be. But we can make a graph our choice, but you can see that with single line commands, R will show this type of graph to you. So you can make graph, and this is showing box plot graph. Your data must be present in good way in box plot, but you can make your choice. But in single line command, R will show this how
Dr. Sap, in this
you
type of
can.
graphs, the rectangular, the line above the rectangular shape and the line below, it represents the minimum and maximum limits.
Yes, yeah, that's a minimum. This is black line present median value. This is the
Okay, this
median's
is, for
value.
example, it's 110, maybe 110 in the
Yeah,
first one.
that's a maximum. Yeah, that's a 110. Yeah, that's the minimum,
And
maximum,
the
and
upper
mean.
one, in the upper one and the lower one, it represents the minimum and maximum value.
Yes, and then the black line show mean values, actually.
Okay,
Mean.
okay.
So, so likewise this we can also plot mulches and height uh, through plant functions. So R will make graph like this, and so you these are our mulches and one factor data. So we are making this graph. So this R will make for you. That's a box plot. So and you can see the also in one single line you can you can also see your trend of data. What your mulch is going up and what mulch is showing low values of any parameter. So with this line you can see the trend of your data also. Okay.
So,
So
Dr. Saab, I have one
yes,
question. I
yes,
have one
yes.
question. It's very related to the yesterday question. If you see in this graph, at the x-axis, there is mean underscore cotton dollar symbol. So it means that the, how to say, yesterday you taught us that we have to change the, the how to say
Yes,
the
yeah,
split.
yeah.
So I mean that option hasn't been used here.
Yeah, yeah, that's a just a single line. We will modify all these things in today lesson. So there's a
Okay.
single line command just so you have to modify then graph. This is not your
Okay.
final.
Okay.
This is not your
It's
final graph. You
okay.
have
So
to modify.
this is not the final graph. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's a yeah, just display with single line. You can R can display graph for you. So you do
Okay.
not need much of command. So we are saying trend of data here. Also, it's
Okay. Okay. Okay.
just yeah, same like irrigations. So we are saying the what three factor performs, and so you the normal irrigations have higher values and skip irrigation has low values. So you can see it. Okay. Okay. But now I want some multiple plot on one page in R. So R show me the all three graph we have made above shows on same screen. So that is the command PARs M row. So 1 and 3. uh, column its row should be 1 and 3 columns. So you can see that R will show for you. So you can see that R will show all three graphs in one screen for you with that command. So you can see that how your nitrogen rates, how mulches, and how irrigations are performing in your data. So you can see them what trend your data has actually. So it's I said in first lecture that R will make easy for you to understand your data. So with simple commands, you can see trend of data and you can understand your data. And in this way, you can also make that what parameters are showing same trend. So you can include this in your papers and some other not showing the same trend. So you can exclude these parameters. So by graphical presentations, you can see with your a student can share that by their supervisor that my data is showing these trends, these parameters are showing that stand. So that's I think good to make decision toward your paper presentation. So this now we will move graph. This we are showing the one factors data. When you have one things in one factor into your data, how you can plot your graphics. And then we graph with two factors data. In two factor data, we have this is one thing you are actually showing that. Then we have two factors that we want irrigation, and then I said then fill. Second factor will be in fill. So you must understand or how to put your factors. So how that will be display on your graph. So first should be on x-axis aesthetic. So you have irrigations here. It will be display on your axis, and fill will be display on legends. So geom box plots. This is the geom for function geom.bar geom.box box plot. So geom is the geometry. You can send what is should be the geometry of your graph should be that's. So ggplots will do that. So I will recommend a book for you. So all of you in in vacations. So you read this book. I will share with you that's GG product. I will put also in instructor folders. So this is very helpful book in graphic for our present for ours. So you will see
Dr.
that.
Saab, this book, beside graphs, it's also contain the whole. I mean, from introduction as how to use the whole things about the R software, the book you just mentioned.
Yeah, yes, yes. All this is very comprehensive. No book is no notes in Word are perfect, but this is good book. So things are
Okay,
not
so
perfect.
you can share later
Yeah,
in the OneDrive.
yeah. I will share this GG plot book. This is very. I have also hard copy and also have soft copy. So must read it for graphics. It will help you a lot. It will start from basic graphic to advanced graphic and discuss these all things. That's and that figure I show in graph. This is I take from that book. In first you have 10 legends and all these things. So it's from that book. So must read that book. I will for graphics. So this is a two-way presentations of your data. So you can see that the normal and skip irrigations are in x-axis and your mulches are in legends. So this is two factors data. And now you are clear that when legends are appears and by access, so you can present your two factors data in this way. When you have two factors, you can present it like this way in our softwares. So you can see that this is only 3 line commands and R will make graph for you. And when you have commands, and then for other graph, you just have to change these parameters. You just plant height with other parameters, so your graph will build. So you one time I said in our for statistical analysis, for graphical analysis, you one time develop coding. So then you can make just change the name and new graph will be made. So you have this coding, so you know how can I use this coding, and when you use it with one graph, you will be familiar for it, and you can use for other parameters easily. So ours, so one time have to develop coding for all things, then things will be okay for you. Okay. So this is two factors data when you have and now when you have three factor data.
So, Dr. Saab, here is one question. If
Yes.
I use the same two-factor data, the R software can give me some other type of graph also. For example, just if I don't want this cylinder type of graph, the R can also give me, for example, line graph or some other type of graph of the same data, two-factor. The R
Yes,
has the
yes,
option to.
yes. R has all options for you. You can present your data in what you like, in line graph, bar graph, box plot graph, any all other two-day, 3 day, 3 day, all types. I said in first lecture that all has all function you think in your mind.
Okay.
What I can do that. So you
Okay.
have all commands. So it's no problem. You can. It's your wish. How beautifully you can present your. So this is graphs now you can see that and color adjustments you can see that we have changed the colors. This as we have colors in graph. So these are the built-in color. You can say that these are colors, but you do not like that. So I have showed different colors in my graph. So you can change this. This is a display dot brewers dot all color blinds friendly. Is it true? So you have this and it will show you different strips and you can select what type of color scheme I have selected here is PARRAD pairs. So R has many options. I will also show you in today when we will make graph in R's. So you can select color type, color scheme, and R will change color color for your graph. So you can see that this color has been changed in R. If you like this color, and so you can choose what type of colors you want on your graphics. Okay, color with you these platy functions. Further, the platy has different coding for each colors. So you can select also some coding from that, and then R will change the colors. I have selected these codes. You can see that's in my scale underscore manuals. So R will change coding for coloring scheme for you. That's a color has been changed. So you can select many options R has for color selections. You can colors which you like, and also you can do color selection by manuals if you want red, blue, green, and you can see that in this command. That's I has red, blue, and green, gray. So you can give command to R softwares, and R softwares will change color like this. You can say red, blue, green. So R can make can do coloring for you. So so color change is very easy in R. And then by color scheme, this we have different colors. We can see COLR, COLT, COLC, COLH, and CL2. So you can see that on screen that this is our different pies, and these have all names. So you can select which types of color from all these 12, 12, and these have every 12. So you can give the name of this pie as we show above, and you can say color number 3 should be show on our graph, then R will make change the colors accordingly. So you have many options in R what types of color scheme you want for your graphics, so you can change it. So this is done. We have made that. You can see that the some things are appears in graphs and factors and nitrogen. This we have to modify these things. This should be not present in our final graph. So we have to modify this legend title. So legend title should be right nitrogen rates. This is not good things. Factors bracket nitrogen underscore rates. So we have to modify these things. So then it's the Y limit adjustment. So you have to adjust Y limit. And then I saw that the all commands we used previously in our lessons will be helpful for your in graphic and in statistical analysis. How we can adjust the Y limits? Can anybody reply me? If how I can know the Y limits are in my graphic? Can anybody? I want to adjust the Y limit of my graph.
by
What command
subsetting
I
the
can
value.
use?
By subsetting the value.
No,
No,
subsetting
no,
will
we
not
have,
show you.
we have the previous
X's
command.
value.
What values?
X's. Y-axis value.
How can we know that y-axis? Hello. How can we adjust what should be our y-axis value? Which command we can use to know what is the minimum and value of our digit parameters? What commands we can choose from data analysis lesson?
Yesterday, no, not yesterday, maybe day before yesterday. In the second lesson, we have used one command, the size, the length and width. That one, we can use that command here or not?
No, we can use summary commands. Summary command defined as what should be our maximum values, y limits. We can
Oh,
adjust it. There our maximum value should be 2974. So we can adjust it. It should be 3000 values our y-axis limit. So we can adjust it through summary commands. We can know from the summary command what should be our y limit should be. What should be our maximum limit of the graph. So through summary command, we can do it. Okay. One thing. Oh, so I'm discussing this graph, so should be easy for you when you read it in this material. And now I want that you can see that in this graph R has showing me the 0, 1000, 2000, and 3000. What is break between them? What is number break between them? 0, 1000, 2000, and 3000.
1000 break.
Yes. But I want small scale, so I can see the treatments. I want to see that zero nitrogen, what it's performed. So I want to change break. So 1000 break is large. So I want that small break should be present. So I should have, we can change it with this command. You can see that it's displaying on your screen. This command, we say to that our y-axis should be 0 to 3000, but break should be sequence 0 to 3000 and by 500 break. So R should give us break of 500. So we can compare our treatment and we can see our graph in a good way. So we can make breaks on our choice. So now you can see the graph with the breaks. Yes. Now you can see that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what does
Now
what yeah, what are the breaks now? So you know your graph is looking good. What is
uh,
that's a built-in graph are you or make graph are you? So that's what now
Dr. Sab, we can't listen to your voice.
Hello, all, are you listening to me?
Now we can listen to you,
Hello.
Dr. Sabar. For the past 3 minutes, no one was able to listen to you.
Okay, maybe some internet
Yeah,
issues.
also the screen is unshared. I mean, we can't see some.
Okay, okay, that's. My screen is displaying all of you. Hello.
Yes, Dr. Sab, now it's okay.
Okay, good. Okay. So we will hear that in the R has make breaks of y-axis of our choice. So you can modify the y-axis what you like. And then is the background of, I said that in commerce you now screen is displaying to you. Okay, that's no. Then the thing is the how you can change the background of your graphs. So these are the functions theme, black and whites, theme underscore gray, and theme line draw, light, dark. So these are the different themes functions. So through this way you can change the background of your graphics. So this you can what your choice or your journal choice that journals like, then your graphic background should be like that. So you can change in backgrounds of your graph through theme underscore black and white underscore gray. So you can change your background in this way. Yeah. So this the graphics here change that background of that graph. So you can see that screen is displaying. So yes. Uh, no, you can see that the theme underscore gray. We, we have in the last command, you can see that we give commands to our software that our background of our graph should be theme underscore gray background. So I will change the background of the graph. You can see that now our background graph has changed to gray colors. So in this way, you can change the background of your graph in our softwares. Okay. And then is the theme functions we will discuss in our today lesson. Screen theme function is this on screen. Internet is maybe some slow there. That Nasrullah theme function page is displaying on your screen. Hello.
Uh, we have this one
What?
graph shown on the screen, the P yield,
Okay.
and yeah, this one, factor nitrogen underscore rate.
Okay. Okay. So screen is slow, I think.
Now we can see there is a PDF document. There is one graph.
Okay. So theme functions 2.10 not.
No, no, we don't see any theme function or command or something.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Theme, gray. This one, yeah, we see it.
Oh, okay. That's no, that's moving. Stop screen and share again. Now screen is displaying. Okay. Now you're seeing theme function 2.10 on your screen.
Yeah, now it's
Yeah,
displaying.
yeah. Now it's clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. So we are moving so you can know what we have discussed in graph. So you know all these things, how R operates, and these are simple commands. You know, in previous three lessons, you can run these commands. But I will also run in also. So you must know what R have in graphics. So these have more materials for you, but I think that you must understand these things you have. How can you do graphics in R? So that's a war. Yeah, so you have all these nodes and all these commands and all data. You will put this and these all will be run. So, but you have to understand what things we have. So theme function is important. Through theme functions, we will change what we want in our graphics. So you can see that in this graph and we are changing all legends things here. We have changed with this. You can see that in legend size, legend height, legend width, title, text, and legend positions, all things can be modified in our graph. But we will make them simple for you. I will show you that's a big commands. But this thing will be simple when we perform these things. Yeah. And now you can see that graph is displaying to you. Graph is showing on your screen. Next graph. But here is
No,
come
it's
on.
the yeah, yeah, it's okay.
No. Okay. Now you can say that so we have also modified the correct legends. So you are in above graph you can see that nitrogen under rates and factor these things were appears on your graph, but you can see that the no right title
Dr.
is
Saab,
appearing on
you
your
can little
le-
bit zoom
yeah.
in. The PDF document is 150% zoom out. Maybe you can little zoom in up to 100 so that we can see the whole graph.
Okay. 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 You are seeing whole graph. Okay. Now you are seeing whole
Yeah,
graph.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Now it's okay. Now it's okay.
Okay. Good. So this is the graph. So this is becoming good and good. So we are moving, correcting things, and this is improving. So you can see that. Okay, you can see that down. So space. That is going to problems. Okay. Electricity is off areas. Maybe that's problem. It is not. But
Yeah, just because of heavy
okay, that
rain, there
graph
is a
is
lot of.
moving. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a heavy rainfall. Electricity is shut off. Maybe that's that problem. So, okay. Okay, takes 10 minutes break and then we'll resume. So you have to waters another. So we have some maybe today's sessions maybe some long. So you have these graphics. So that's important. So you can take 10 minutes break.
Okay,
So
sir.
we will start at 9:35. Okay.
Okay, okay.